All right, so here's my first video of a set of videos for the flute. We're going to start with assembly and what the pieces are called and show where our fingers go and everything. So if you are a student and you are watching this, feel free to rewatch this as many times as you need to get the right positioning. So we've got three parts to the flute. The biggest part right here, this is called the body. Now your flute may or may not have holes in here. Doesn't make a difference if they do or don't, okay? All right, and then we've got the head joint right here. And then we've got our foot joint. All right, so what we're gonna do, sorry for my dogs barking in the background. Okay, we're gonna take the head joint. It's hard to do through a camera lens. And the foot joint. No, I'm sorry, the head joint and the body. Okay, so you've got a side of the body that's got really short section and then a really long section, okay? Then you've got an open end to your head joint and a closed end to your head joint. You're gonna put the open end to this section here. And when you're putting stuff together, you always want to twist while you're pushing. You never just want to push it all the way in or cram it all the way in. All right, then you take the other part, the foot joint, okay? You got one side that's connected to everything, and then you've got some space on the back side here. All right, and then you're gonna, again, twist these together. Okay, the way I started off is I have got this rod right here and this rod right here. Okay, this rod I start off cutting this piece in half right here. Then I've got this rod cutting this piece in half right here. Okay, now your foot joint may look a little bit different than mine. Mine has this extra key right here to play a low B. I've had this flute for 15 years, I think. I have never used that note. So, but I don't play flute that often. Okay, so now let me zoom out a bit. All right, we've got this plate, or this is the tone hole right here, and then we've got these right here. So if you look down, I don't know if this is gonna work on here. Okay, you want this tone hole to line up with these keys down here. Okay? It doesn't have to be exact, okay, but we don't want it twisted way over like this where it's not in line with anything, or twisted too far like this where it's in line with all the rods here. We want them in line with these keys right here. All right, so that's the assembly of the flute. All right, so for part 2 of this video, we just put our flute together. And again, if you need to go back and rewatch it, go back and rewatch it as many times as it takes to get it correct. And the more you do it, the easier you're going to get, or the easier it's going to get. Okay, so we've got our left hand here. We're going to start with our left hand palm facing underneath the instrument like this, and our right hand palm away like this. Okay, so we've got these keys right here. All right, and then you've got this one that kind of is the dividing point between our left and right hand. So that's going to be a checkpoint here in a minute. Okay, but I want you to think of New York, New York. Okay, so we're not going to put anything down for this, N. We are going to put something down for this, Y. And then we're going to skip this one, nothing for this, yes for this, and yes for this. So N, Y, no, yes, no, yes, or New York, New York. Okay, so again, palm is behind the instrument. Okay, we're gonna skip this one and we're gonna put our first finger there. Okay, so New York, new or no, so we're gonna skip that one. Middle finger goes there, and then third finger goes there. Okay, I'm trying to get the right angle so you can still see it in this video, but it's not working very well. And again, I apologize for my darn dogs barking in the background. Okay, our thumb, we've got this key right here, which is the long B flat key, and we've also got this one that, if you look closely, I call it the pancake key because it's got that, and then that on top of it, so it looks like a short stack of pancakes. Okay, for now, I put my finger here. All right, now your teacher may have you do it a different way. Some teachers like teaching here, some teachers like teaching here. Okay, but I'm going to start right here for this one. Okay, so again, no, yes, no, yes, yes. So that's the right hand positioning. Okay, and then for the right hand, we're going to shift down to here. Okay, this key that is lining up with this rod right here, that's our pinky key. So we're going to put our pinky on that one. And then we're just going to go right in line here. Okay, again, your flute might look different because you may not have holes on yours. Okay, most beginner flutes do not. But pinky, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then our thumb just rests underneath like that because that's actually going to be part of what holds the bottom half of this flute up. Okay, so once again, no, yes, no, yes, yes. Thumb goes on that one. Okay, and I kind of create a shelf right here with this knuckle. Okay, so I'm going to try to, that's not going to work either. Here, I'll do it this way. Okay, again, always twist it when you're taking it off. Okay, so when I'm holding it like this, okay, kind of looks like that underneath. Okay, so no, yes, I'm sorry, no, yes, no, yes, yes. For now, our pinky's just going to hover above this key right here. Okay, that key is going to come into play later, but not for a while. Okay, thumb goes there. Pinky key goes on this one. 3, 2, 1. So your flute position looks like this. All right, so next we are going to be doing exercises with just the head joint. Okay, so you want to make sure that your head joint, the open end, is going to your right. Okay, your right, it may be opposite for this, or opposite to the video, but it needs to be going off to your right, okay? So we've got the tone hole right here, and that's what the air is going to blow over, okay? And the side that is closest to you, so this side right here as we roll it in, is going to be even with where your lip meets your chin, right where that line is, okay? So it's going to look like that, okay? And what I have my beginners do is actually line it up on there, and then they roll it out, okay? So I want you to think do when you play. So you make the ooh sound, and you want to try to get as much bottom lip on this plate as possible. So you're going to pout, or pout, okay? So, and I have the end of it covered up, okay? If you uncover it, you get this sound. If you cover it up, you get this sound. Okay, but this opening between your lips, that's called your aperture, and you want your aperture to be as small as possible. So your lips actually start off together. And again, I'm thinking do, 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 where my tongue hits the roof of my mouth for do. That's what I'm doing when I start my air. Okay, so now what we're going to do is a little bit of I play, you play, where I'm going to play a rhythm, and then you're going to play it back. And I've got my metronome going here, so we'll be playing back and forth. I want you to listen to the tone of my playing versus the tone of your playing, and the sound of it, and try to get everything to match up. So here we go. right, so again with those, make sure that it's a steady airstream with each one, that you're not breathing between each note, and your tongue is starting each pitch. Okay, we don't want to have hooting flutes where you're okay, because once we start playing faster stuff, it's not going to work. So again, line meets here, like that. Okay, lips start off together. Really small aperture. Again, the end of this is sealed off. You can actually see the ring. Okay, that way it seals it off. If you're getting a higher pitched sound, that's fine too. Just less appealing to listen to for anybody else that's around you. All right, so feel free to rewatch this part as many times as you need to till you get that nice clear sound. And the next part is learning our first couple notes. All right, so this next part of the video is going to be learning our first couple notes and what fingers to push down for those. I don't have my head joint connected right now, just for maneuverability around the instrument and around the camera. So I am introducing these in the same order as they are for the Sound Innovations method book, okay? And not all method books start off in the same order, but we usually end up with the same starting notes. So they may not be in the same order as your method book at home, but if you are one of my students and you use Sound Innovation, this will be in the correct order as that book. All right, so our first note that is introduced is D, okay? So for D, all right, so once again, we've got our finger positions. No, yes, yes, thumb, 1, 2, 3, and then pinkies on this one back here, okay? So again, if you need that reviewed, go back to that part of the video and watch it again. So each finger only pushes down whatever key it's assigned to. So we're not going to be doing any shifting or anything like that, okay? Each finger only pushes down one key that it's assigned to for now. Okay, that'll change once you get more advanced, but for now, each finger is only pushing down one specific key. Okay? All right, so for D, okay? All right, this first finger is not going to be down, it's going to be up. Okay, so you kind of make a dog with this hand. Okay? I'm trying to turn it to where you can see it better. So you have a dog, okay? Thumb is on that long key, then our second and third fingers are down, okay? The first finger is up, pinky is up, okay? And on this right hand, we've got our 1, 2, 3 is down, and our pinky is up, okay? So we've got like a dog with only one ear up, okay? So these fingers are up. I'm sorry, second and third finger down in left hand, and then right hand is first, second, and third, okay? And then our pinky is up, okay? And then our next note is going to be C. In flutes, sorry, you guys have the hardest finger combination for the first two notes. I promise you it will get easier after this. Okay, so for C, I want you to look at all your fingers that are up. Those fingers are going down. Okay, so this finger goes down, this pinky still stays up. Okay, this finger comes up, this finger comes up, this finger comes up, this finger, and this finger. So all we've got is first finger in the left hand. Our thumb is up too. Okay, so it's only this first finger, and it's only our pinky back here. Okay, so one good exercise that I have my flutes work on in class when I'm working with other instruments is going from D to C. D, C. Okay, and it's going to take some dexterity, some getting used to that. Okay. So once again, D, got second and third, and then 1, 2, 3, thumb is down. And then for C, we're pretty much flipping everything. So first finger only and pinky only. All right. For B flat, okay, still have this finger down. We're going to put our thumb back down. And we're going to put our first finger down here. Okay, so we have thumb first, and then first finger and our pinky. Okay, so that's a little bit easier transition going from C to B flat. Okay, so B flat, got first finger down, thumb, first finger down, and pinky. Okay? All right, the next note that is introduced is E flat, elephant flat. Okay, so we're going to go back to our D finger position. Okay, where we've got our dog in this hand and pinky is up. And then we just put our pinky back down. So the only difference between D and E flat is this pinky right here. That's it. So if you've got D, E is simple. Or E flat, I'm sorry. E flat is simple. Okay? And then the fifth note. Okay? We're going to put our first finger back down. So everything's down in our left hand except for our pinky. Our pinky is only used for one note. So like 98% of what we play, this pinky is not pushing anything down. Okay, so we have thumb, first, second, third, everything's down, first finger, and pinky. Okay, so our right hand is in the same position as we had for B flat. Okay, we're just adding these two back down. All right. So again, if you need help reviewing all these, feel free to watch this section of the video again. Okay, so really quickly, we've got D, thumb 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. C is 1 and 4. B flat is thumb 1, 1, and 4. E flat is just like D, thumb 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then add pinky. And then F, thumb 1, 2, 3, 1, and pinky. Okay, most of what you play, this pinky key will be down. So D is the only one that we've learned so far that the pinky is up, but for a bunch of notes, this pinky is going to be down. So just know that going in. Your right pinky is going to be down a lot, your left pinky is not going to be down a lot. All right, so the next part we'll be actually playing the first 5 notes. All right, so for the next section of this, I'm actually going to play the first 5 notes, and then we'll do a little bit of I play, you play. So if you need help with the fingerings of each note, go back to the previous part of this video. But what I am going to do is I'm going to flip it over, flip my camera over so you can see what I'm doing. I'm not going to be able to get everything in the video, so I'll try to show fingers really quickly before we play, but it might be mirrorized, so just know that that might be an issue. All right, so we've got this flipped over. Okay, I'm going to try to have it like this. All right, so our first note is D. Okay, so again, go back and see the fingers if you need to. D is going to sound like this. Okay, so I want you to try it, match my pitch. Okay, next is C. So remember, everything is opposite of what it just was between D. Okay. So try to match that pitch. And now B flat. Okay, now with any of these, if you are getting a note that's really high, okay, so for like B flat, if you're getting this note instead, that means that your aperture is too wide or too small. So think about widening your aperture just a little bit. Okay, so here's the difference versus okay, if you are getting the higher note out, it's not the end of the world. You will eventually learn that note. That's just a high B flat instead of a low B flat. But for these purposes, try to get the lower one out. Okay, next is E flat. Okay, so fingering is just like D. We're just adding this pinky right here. So it's gonna sound like this. Okay, so you try it now. Okay, and then last is F. I don't even know if these are beneficial for you or not. Okay, so regardless of which method book you're using, you should have the first 5 notes are the same now. Okay, so it should be B flat, C, D, E flat, and F. So if we play those in order, starting from B flat and going up, we've got and then going F, E flat, D, C, B flat, going back down, we have okay. So once again, let's B flat, C, D, E flat, F. So we're going up the first 5 notes. And then F, E flat, D, C, B flat, going back down. All right. So once again, if you need any additional help with this, please refer back to the earlier parts of the videos. And once I get all of the other instruments set up with this, I'll try to do a little bit more advanced work with each instrument. So for now, this is the basics, and this will get you started. So if you have any questions, you can ask in the comments section below, or if you're one of my students, you can email me and ask me in class. So until next time, thank you guys, have a good day, and bye.